On March 18th, 1612, Janet's teenage sister, Alison Devis, was out and about, walking down a lane. Along the way, she met a peddler, and being a beggar, she asked the peddler for some pins, but he wouldn't open his pack, and he walked on. For Alison, this would have been an everyday experience. Probably several times a week, people would brush past her or ignore her, and she probably responded to their rudeness by cursing them. On March 18th, she cursed the peddler, and the curse seemed to work, because he fell to the floor, and unable to speak or move, he was eventually carried to a local inn. And Alison was terrified because she knew she'd bewitched him. She rushed to his bedside and begged for his forgiveness. From the legal records, we have a very detailed description of the peddler's condition following his collapse. His head is drawn awry, his eyes and face deformed, his speech not well to be understood, his arms lame, especially the left side. What would you say that was a description of?
I think there's very little doubt that those symptoms reflect the fact that he has had a stroke. The face being awry, the left arm not working. I mean, something coming on that suddenly really can only be a stroke.
Alison seemed convinced that she had caused this stroke through bewitching him. And blamed herself and agonised over it. Is there any logic in that?
From the description, it does sound as though the two events were significantly linked. Looking at it as a scientist, yes, the curse causing him to become very upset and to put the blood pressure up and to cause him to then have a stroke. And exactly the same situation these days could happen as a result of road rage or an argument or some devastating piece of medical information being given to somebody can result in people having a stroke.
What's so striking for me is that Alison was in no doubt that she'd nearly killed a man. Perhaps she really had. It was her fear and her own contrition that would lead directly to her downfall, and that of all her family as well.